Hey guys, welcome to another video, and in today's video we are going 3D. Yes, we're going to look at Relu Interactives. It's an award-winning 3D company here in Accra, Ghana. They do very amazing stuff and they actually develop their own 3D software. I can see the cat's face, but in reality there's nothing there. Exactly. Interesting. I'm just going to spend a few hours with them, check out what they do, how they do it. Engineer, is everything okay? Yeah, let's come along for the ride. Most boys who grew up playing video games have at some point dreamed of becoming full-time gamers or even building their own games. Well, this guy actually did it. Meet Adam, the co-founder of Relu Interactives. He is an award-winning game developer, leading a team of about 15 brilliant minds, creating games made in Africa for Africans.
Relu Interactives started basically as a hobby. Back then, I used to play a lot of video games, and I got into
like me now.
Exactly, and I got into developing games. After some time, my co-founder, which was Nicholas, we met in the university. Okay. And then he was also into designing, animation, graphic design, and I was into coding. So we came together and then we were building games, creating simulations, educational content, and all of that. And I think after school, fast forward, after our national service, we thought of it and like, no, let's try and make this thing happen. And we came together to start this company.
Yeah, how many years have you been since?
So for the number of years, I would say officially, we've been registered for 2 years, but I would say it's been like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, putting everything together.
Yeah.
And I heard that you also develop your own games and stuff. So where do you get the inspiration from to do your own games?
I would say some of my inspirations also come from, playing lots of video games. I'm actually playing games like FIFA, those kind of.
What's your favorite game?
My favorite game now, I would say a game called Horizon Zero Dawn, which is an adventure game. Yes. So that's my favorite game.
One of the upcoming learning games is an interactive software designed to help children learn phonics in a fun and engaging way.
So it comes with a kit. It comes with a kit and also comes with an app.
With an app, okay.
Yes, please. But basically, we are not going to be selling the app. We will sell the kit. We infused in the augmented reality.
Okay.
In the kit.
Okay.
With the app, or how will I put it? Mm-hmm. It comes with the augmented reality features. So the kit is supposed to learn children how to learn the alphabet.
Okay.
So it comes with this particular one is for animal edition.
Okay.
So animal from A to Z. So we have the A standing for the ant, B for And what we do with this is actually when you have the cards, you just open the app, and we have two sections within the app. We have the AR jungle, which is the augmented reality jungle. So we have the jungle jump.
Okay.
So I will just start with the jungle jump. So when you click on the card, it should give you the 3D version
of an ant.
Yes. So the realistic image of the animal. So they give you the 3D version of it. So for a child, when you want to interact with a child, you just click the card and it will just give you the name, which is the spelling, the sound that mom makes for the child to learn. So, and now the augmented reality side. Alright, so with the augmented, we have the 3D version of the animal being popping up within your environment. So we're able to move around, carry the card whilst you interact with it. So the ant is showing on the card. Yes. Right. So exactly. It's not really there, right? You can see when I put my hand there. So the interaction is actually meant to cover the camera. Of course, it will take away. But the moment it's able to see the card, it's able to actually project it. Show the ant. Okay. And we have the sound that comes in. So the animal the sound of the animal, the spelling of the animal. So I mean the voice that comes out, the voiceover that comes out to mention the animal.
Okay.
So basically, for all the cards, you should have the 3D version actually popping out.
Okay, so with this, you don't even need to click anything. Once you just
Yes.
put it there, that's
Exactly.
it.
So let me bring the card.
So you just bring a new card and cut right here.
Yeah.
And it's interactive, right?
Easier.
As I,
No, it's not interactive because of scaling it up or down.
Okay.
Just move it.
as I,
Yeah.
I can see the cat's face,
Exactly.
but in reality, it's there's nothing there.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So you just move around with
So with this, the child can even learn on their own.
exactly.
Yeah.
So the spelling of the dog is actually being spoken. The first letter is actually bold enough for the child to see, and the sound. So the sound can be muted. Muted.
Yeah.
So when you mute it, I mean, as a parent or a teacher, I can ask the child, okay, what is this? Try to spell it out.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff. Then later I can just bring. And I mean, to just play along, you can just let the child also give the sound of the animal. I mean, it's something interesting to actually do.
Oh, that's very creative.
And one interesting thing is that this thing can be placed together,
Okay.
then it will all project.
Oh,
But at this point, I think the sound should be off so that
you can see all of them.
projected. Little bit. I think the base not showing though, but I mean, for most part of it all show at the same time.
That's nice.
Interact with it.
And you see, the nice thing is that like when you get closer, you can see it.
Yes.
And when you go further, so it's like
So your scaling up and in and out is actually from the phone.
From the phone.
Exactly. So the more the closer you go, the better. And you can just see the detail around.
but this sounds the scary power.
Yeah. So
I can even see this applying for many other things, like even for higher education.
actually.
Because like for example, if we are doing something about cell, we never get to see the cell.
exactly.
But with this, you can actually see it, go closer to it, and everything.
Yes. So I think that's actually what we plan on doing, actually to advance. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I hope Africans will accept this.
Embrace this.
Oh, definitely, because everybody has a phone.
Exactly.
I mean, this works on any phone, right? That's the beauty. So the barrier to entry is not steep. You don't need to go and buy some expensive equipment.
And I think one other aspect is that instead of stopping your child from using the phone, you should have control over it. Because
Yeah.
no matter what you do,
They'll use it.
They'll use it. So try and have control so that when the more the child can go to the app and say, "Oh, I want to learn," it's better off. So you have more
Options for the child. Yeah.
Exactly. Than you are stopping the child, because when you are not there, the child will find his or her way around it.
Exactly.
That's true.
And now, whether you like it or not, they are more smarter.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
So true.
It's true.
You do take a phone and they'll figure things out easily.
It's true.
So true.
It's true.
I mean, actually, for me, you have to tell me, oh, go here. I have to teach my father how to actually use the phone.
Yeah.
But for it,
They know.
small children.
They know a long time.
It's like it's in their blood. Or
Yeah, but they're one holding the phone, actually.
Would you call this a 3D company or a gaming company? Where would you put yourself?
Yeah, I would say an interactive company. The reason being that we do everything. Games are interactive.
Okay.
3D content is interactive.
Okay.
Animation is interactive. And we cut across all these things.
Okay. This is your first time, right?
Yeah.
When I you get started. Yeah. I'll let you try this out. Yeah, right. So,
Can you see well?
Yeah, I can see.
They also showed me a detailed 3D prototype of an oil rig that allowed users to interact with different parts. It felt incredibly immersive, yet surprisingly easy to use. It was actually my wife's first time using the MetaQuest 2, but she was able to naturally navigate and interact with the environment. What stood out to me was that even with no gaming background, she picked up in just a few minutes. That says a lot about how intuitive these interactive environments can be. The potential here is massive. Hey, madam. You can take it and throw it. Throw it.
You can tell your family members and friends that you have been to the oil rig. You know one or two things about
Eventually.
it.
No, can even use this for tourism. If you've never been to a place before, you experience it. How realistic can the graphics get? Because for this, I can see that it's kind of like low fidelity for this thing, but
the heavier the setting, when it comes to really slow, we try to make everything okay enough for it to be compatible with the device.
yeah. But if you want to do a realistic one, it's possible,
there's a
right?
texture that we have to actually create.
Okay.
This is so inspiring. It's hard to see ladies in tech.
Yeah. I also got a chance to speak to some of the bright minds behind all this innovation.
So I am an AI researcher.
AI researcher.
Researcher.
Think, like, what role does AI play in games and some of the things you do? Can you give us an example?
For a typical example, like the 3D designers, they use the software for Blender in making their 3D models.
Okay.
I working on building a custom AI system that helps them to take their prompts. Let's say I want to build a table, so it just gives it the prompt, and then in the Blender app, it does it for them.
Wow.
But
Hey, that's where that's original. I know you can just type and it will build everything for you in
yes,
Blender.
it's everything.
Amazing.
We have a
Wow. How many years have you been working in tech? Like,
okay, so I started working in tech like 6 months ago.
okay. How's it been so far?
So far, so good.
Is there anything you want to say to any fellow lady in tech? Any advice
So
you'd
I
like
would
to give
want
them?
to encourage everyone pursuing this field or trying to get into this space that it's not going to be easy, but with constant discipline, learning, and if you get good mentorship, you're gonna like go to the top. So you shouldn't give up.
Nice. Which field would you recommend for people who want to start?
A field to recommend.
Yeah.
So basically, it should be something that you would like to do, like you have passion for. So if it's software development, you should go for it. If it's data science, go for it. Data analytics. So depending on what you want to do, I think that your passion will actually drive you to do more. And if you're not self-motivated in this space as a lady, I don't think you go far. So depending on what you want to do, then you go for it.
I genuinely believe that industries that embrace this kind of technology can save themselves thousands of dollars if it's applied properly. Imagine medical students practicing complex procedures in a virtual environment before ever touching a patient. Imagine the DVLA using VR to train drivers. Or imagine tourists exploring parts of Ghana without setting foot there. Road construction and real estate professionals could visualize and walk through their projects before the first brick is even laid. The possibilities are endless. And how has the response from government been? Because I know you do a lot of partnerships.
Yeah.
And how has it been? I just want to know in Ghana, are the people in Ghana receptive to this?
Yes, I would say when we started it was very difficult. We weren't so receptive. Even now they are receptive, but it's just a little better than before. But it's still not what we want. And it's a struggle to be in this kind of space in this country. But regardless, we are still pushing through.
And I mean, most of the time, I think when they travel out and they come back, they say, yes, I want to see this thing outside, and they're already using it. So how can we adapt? And they say, okay, yeah, then we are here for you. Yeah, I think most of them are open to it. It's just maybe sometimes the implementation, maybe they are slow to adapt or accept. Even though they are okay, they see us showcasing the stuff that we have done, and we tell, oh, it is nice, it's okay. Then we'll call you. We'll call you, are waiting. Yes, but I think gradually some people will actually get to understand why they did this on board and they'll come.
Definitely. So the award you won was
Best Animation and Gaming Company.
Best Animation and Gaming Company. Wow, which game did you use?
So we have a game called Sundown. which is basically a VR game where you're sorting products into a cart. So it's a speed kind of game. There's a timer, has some music and some effects to it. So those are some of the things that we did. And also we've also like sort of built games for other people, like other entities, for like some of their activation programs and stuff like that.
Okay. And of course, I couldn't leave without trying the award-winning game for myself. Okay, so I'm about to try the Sword Jam game. Is it called Sword Jam? Sword Jam. It's an award-winning game here in Ghana, and yeah, I'll tell you how it goes. I'm sure I'll beat the high score. What's the high score?
I think I'll check on it.
This game was made in Ghana by Ghanaians.
Yes. Has to be fast.
The gameplay is very immersive and the controls are also very responsive. I thought I would have some lagging issues and not being able to grab what I grabbed, but it was very responsive. It felt so realistic even though I wasn't really holding anything, but I think my brain was just calibrating with everything that was going on and everything I was experiencing. Oh yeah, and I think I kind of set a high score. It's really award-winning. I don't think you can really use this for a very long time because the way it is, it's just for a short experience. If you keep it on too long, it's like you're too immersed in the world. But what do you think the future of this would be? Like contact lenses and that's
Exactly. And actually, the augmented reality is actually taking over that. So that you can use your phone to project the game and you carry it to hands around it.
exactly. You don't need to always wear the big headset, actually.
And I think what Meta did was that for the first camera, it is actually lighter than this one.
Yeah, I haven't seen their glasses, just like normal shades that you just wear. That's all.
So, of course, I mean,
It gets better.
And it's impossible now.
To just get better and better. I think because I realized that this is a new space that people are kind of now getting used to, right? I think augmented reality is quite new in Ghana. So how do you think Ghanaians should embrace this? Or
Yeah, I think we should. The way to embrace this is not to take what's foreign and just dump it here. I think one of the things we can do with augmented reality and virtual reality is local content. We need to build augmented reality and virtual reality app that can be related to everyone. I mean, the locals in this country. But there are some augmented reality apps that are really huge out there. When you bring it to Ghana, it doesn't make sense. It won't work. So I think being able to localize whatever we are doing in this space will also help us to boost this industry.
any message to anyone watching?
For me, the message basically is simple. If you have a passion, if there's something you love to do, just keep doing it. It wouldn't make sense. We are in an industry where not a lot of people would want to even research to do this, but here we are doing it and it's working. So whatever it is, just start and then you do it.
Awesome. You know, there's this idea I have, I think I'll share it with you because you are into 3D stuff, right? But sometimes when you're driving through Circle or even Medina here, see how crowded the place is. And sometimes I just imagine, how would this place look like if like the law was working, no one was selling on the streets and everything. And I think 3D can help bring those images to life so that we actually see what our society should actually be looking like and what we've made it to become.
True.
So yeah, I mean maybe it's one of the projects you can work on.
True, that's doable. Yeah, that's doable. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think there's some business use case to that.
Exactly. It was an amazing experience spending time with Relu Interactives. It's inspiring to see bright Ghanaian minds building creative solutions in a growing tech ecosystem. And honestly, I think they are just scratching the surface. The possibilities with this kind of technology are huge, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. If you found this video interesting, like it and share it, and make sure you hit the thumbs up to help more people discover the creative innovations happening right here in Ghana. Drop a comment to show some love to the Relu Interactives team, and let me know what you think about this kind of technology being used locally. Thank you so much for watching, And if you want more of such stories, watch this video right here.